Hey, Ellen.
Hey, Chris.
You know what the fox says?
What's he say, Chris?
Well, it's kind of a whirring noise. Sounds like a fan blower motor or something like that.
That's true. That is what he's saying.
But that's one darn big fox, and we're at a fox. That's a big red fox.
Big red fox.
And that's where we are at Red Fox, Dummen Red Fox.
Dummen North.
Dummen North, as a matter of fact, as part of the 2014 California Spring Trials. By the way, I'm Chris Beatties from Grower Talks Magazine.
I'm Ellen. I'm being blown away.
From Green Profit Magazine. And we are at Edna Valley Vineyards.
Oh, it's
Take
beautiful.
a look at the beautiful scenery across there, courtesy videographer extraordinaire Jen Zerko, who we haven't given any props to this week, although she's the one who keeps correcting us when we can't remember a variety name. You'll hear her voice chime in. Say, hey, Jen. Hey. There you go. Anyway, we're going to take a look inside at the Dummen genetics, and they're the Red Fox genetics, to see what they've got new for 2015, because it's all new stuff.
I wrote
Let's
it all
check
down.
Well, we're out of the breeze inside the greenhouse,
Yes.
and we're looking at a brand new series
That's true.
from Dummen called Big Easy. It's a geranium. I'll give you two guesses about the two traits of this new series.
I'm
Ellen.
guessing it is big and it's easy to grow. No?
I think you've got it there. This is a new zonal geranium series, 4 colors, and the idea is really big flowers, a robust plant, extremely weather tolerant, great
Landscape-
for the
landscape
landscape.
item.
That's why they're saying you'd want it. Lots of branching, and it's really, really uniform. And Florida growers here, and we heard reports that these flowers get to be like hydrangea blossoms there. So in other geraniums, though, because
Coming
that's a
this
new
way.
series, but they've got a bunch of existing series. For instance, their Sarita interspecifics. Here's a new soft pink splash. That's got a little bit more of the ivy geranium blood. And here's Sarita neon sizzle. And then if we
This
bounce
way.
down here into the Survivor
Survivors.
series, which is kind of a medium-sized green leaf series, this one is called Pink Batik. And if you know your 70s clothing styles, batik is sort of that color kind of a combination. And Survivor Starlet gets an upgrade. When you see the date on there, that's what that means. And across the
There you
bottom,
go.
you see where they've actually combined some of their colors, almost in mixed combinations of geraniums, which is kind of interesting. And then Savannahs are a medium-sized dark-leafed, dark green, and that's,
Oh, so orange.
and it certainly is.
Very orange. Like
And
that
then
one.
lastly in geraniums, if we swing around the corner to kind of get the best view, these
There
are
you
the
go.
Great Balls of Fire ivy geraniums. And they've got a couple of improvements, but
Three.
a new one, if
Three
you can
new
see it
ones.
up there, raise up high there, Jen, that's melon. That's a beautiful new Great Balls of Fire. Next, we'll take a look at maybe some verbena. And by the way, Ellen, that creaking sound you hear, it's my knee. It's kind of been sore. There it is, right there. Anyway, verbena, I mentioned. 3 different series,
Yeah.
but look at some of the cool new colors they've introduced in these
The wicked.
wickeds. Now, wickeds are the wicked, beautiful wildflower colors. That's wicked cool blue. This one is
Medium
called
vigor, by the way.
as it kind of
combos.
shows there. They're not really wild, except in the color Mad Magenta. This is like
pretty
3
cool.
different colors there. Check out how it's got kind of magenta in the center and then purple and white on the outside.
It's a little bit of a tie-dye.
Really
kinda
interesting. And
combination.
Wicked Great Grape does kind of the same thing in all purple shades. So that's just a few highlights in verbenas. And now how about an interesting little component plant and an interesting begonia. We'll start with the component, and that is a new euphorbia, Pink Pandora. Little tiny bracts in there, pink bracts and kind of dark foliage. So it gives a nice sort of a burgundy kind of a tone throughout. And now, Ellen,
Yes.
I think my pick item of this entire trial has to be this begonia Lucky Strike.
Beautiful.
It's part of the unbelievable begonia collection. It's a Boliviensis type. There's just something about the habit, the flowers, the way they hold themselves up, the color of that flower, that beautiful pale peach with a pretty center. I don't know. Step back from the whole thing, Jen, and tell me if I'm wrong. There's just something about the whole shape that plant that I
It's
like.
always looking at you. That's
It's
the thing.
beautiful. It's Lucky Strike. So I'm fond of that particular introduction myself.
Nice
Now,
color,
here's
too.
one that everybody at Dummen is fond of, and a lot of the attendees coming through as well. It's a brand new Canna series.
Cannasol.
Cannasol. And the key is here, these are tissue culture, so hence virus indexed, completely clean. Do they say how many colors, Ellen?
8 colors total.
They've got 4 that they're showing here, I think. And,
Compact too.
But the idea is, yeah, they're going to be tissue culture liners that you can buy, rooted liners. Won't be an inexpensive item, but a really nice series. Again, one of the Florida growers said it did really well down in the south. So for tropical plant producers, that's an excellent one. Now, back to sort of more mainstream annuals. How about some lobelia?
Beautiful.
And some
Nice
upgrades to the Bella series. All the Bella series has been completely upgraded. That's why you see the 2015 in there. We've got 4 different colors.
Better
Great.
behave, they're saying.
And it looks at here, look at that beautiful habit and really good heat tolerance on these, like most of the vegetative lobelias.
Great for combos.
And speaking of something great for combos,
Oh, very
YOLO.
cool. YOLO.
YOLO. What does YOLO mean? Somebody told me that.
It means you only live once.
You only live once.
Or you ought to look out.
I think
Either
so.
one.
You want to look out for this new Lobularia series. There's a white and purple halo, and down
Lavender
below
down there.
is YOLO lavender. The idea is much more compact than the other series out there, and it really works well
Truly
in
is.
combinations. So let's go see what else we can find down this way.
That away.
Petunias.
I love them.
There's some nice ones here. Why don't you take us through a few?
Well, here's one. Petunia. Petunia Plus. You know, it's the first white variety in the Petunia Pluses.
I was wondering why you
After
pick
all
on a
those-
white.
I know
like
exactly.
10 years of petunias, or 8 years, finally a white in the series. So that's really important. But if you want something that's, well, way beyond white in petunia, how about purple halo, or this one, which Alan Hammer really loves, denim blue. And there's another one, new one here. This is in the Sweet Tunia series, which are a little bit more medium vigor, bigger than the petunias. That's Purple Touch.
But
Down below,
oh.
here's Hot Pink Touch.
Right.
That's pretty striking.
Check this one out, though.
That's the craziest one, the
Sweet-
second most crazy
Sweet
color in
Tunia.
here. That's Moonlight Bay. And so how's that
Beautiful.
showing up? That is pretty cool. Dark purple and yellow. And for the craziest color, I think, in the whole place, swing over here and let's look at Calibracoa. Do you know which one I'm going for, Jen? See if you can hone in on it.
Is it the
She knows.
Godiva?
Look at that. That is Calibracoa Hula Godiva.
Kind of
And,
chocolatey, I'd say.
I think that's the reason they named it that. Not because it's naked or something, or on a horseback. Godiva, that's beautiful. But there's some other nice ones as well, including if you can get this tiki yellow here. Tiki means eye in that. And down below, a really nice bright Kona Fire red. And then let's wrap up on, well, something they've become really well known for here, and that is the confetti gardens. Look at this display.
So many.
Must
oh my
be
gosh.
50 baskets here. Not all of them new, but most of them. You see all the little red fox signs in there. That indicates new. And what they've really been doing here is adding a lot of more interesting, I guess you could say,
Right.
more colorful varieties.
They covered all the basics, basically. Now they're adding the novelty colors.
Like
in.
well, they've got the YOLO lobularia in here. They've got the lobelia. They've got the wicked verbena.
Some of the
They've got some of
hulas, I
the
believe.
unusual colors.
There's
and it's
one with the lobularia in it.
Yeah, so that one's called Cherry Glossy. I like this one down here. Jen, can you hone in on this? It's called Coral Reef.
That's my favorite too.
There you go. And let's see, what's another really good? Here's a nice kind of yellow one, Pineapple Punch.
I like that one.
And so just a wide variety of colors, and more coming, I'm sure. So
Always.
anyway, so that is...
Is that it?
Well,
That's a
there's
lot.
more. There's more out there. You really just have to come out to the spring trials for
Yeah.
yourself to see it. I mean, we try to show you the cool stuff. We can't show everything, but we do our best. So, from Dummen, north, here at Edna Valley
Vineyards.
I'm
Chris Space,
and you're,
Ellen Wells,
and we're,
the Pop,
and we're done for the
and
night.
we're leaving.
Thanks, folks.